DA's Gauteng Leader, Msimanga, says Premier David Makhura has failed to deliver on his promises. Msimanga says Makhura has failed on many fronts, including e-tolls and other transport matters, including health and the fight against corruption. Msimanga delivered an alternative State of the Province address ahead of Makhura's official address. Our reporter Govan Whittles was there earlier today. He's back in studio joining us now live. So the DA doesn't really have anything nice to say about David Makhura's legacy.
They don't, Shahan, and it's to be expected. Every year they hold the alternative State of the Province address, and this year Msimanga has listed all of the provinces that promises that David Makhura has made over the number of terms that he served, or number of years that he served in the last term, and how they failed to materialize. They really center around unemployment, the creation of more opportunities for economic investment in the province, and then reporting corruption. And the criticism of Makhura is based on his failure to speed up disciplinary processes of people within the provincial government who have been implicated in SIU reports and other reports by forensic investigators. And the DA says this is simply not good enough. It's on that basis that they claim the Premier doesn't keep his promises. Let's have a look at what Msimanga had to say.
The promises and a line of things that he has said he would be able to deliver on, and none of these things that can be pointed at has been delivered. We're talking about reducing the level of unemployment. We're talking about the investment into infrastructure. We're talking about dealing with corruption. As we speak right now, we have more than a dozen reports that, even minus the SIU reports, a dozen of forensic reports that he said that he was going to make public. And every State of the Province address, he keeps saying 100 days this will be done, this days this will be done, and it never gets to be done. So this is what is going to be a mark in terms of what he has been all about in the last term of office.
There's still questions about this one, isn't it? The e-toll issue still plaguing Gauteng motorists. What's the word on that?
Well, no word from the ANC in the province, the DA also not commenting on it. But interestingly here, we've got a comment from COSATU in Gauteng. This is important because COSATU's Gauteng conference is currently happening. The outgoing chairperson spoke to us about the e-tolls issue, and specifically what they expect from David Makhura during his State of the Province address. Shahan, COSATU doesn't believe David Makhura can solve the e-tolls problem. Now they're calling on him to stop promising that he'll solve it and admit that he's failed, that the decision is not his to make. Let's have a look at what the chairperson of COSATU in Gauteng had to say.
I expect the Premier to also tell us where he is on the e-tolls. So how far is the discussion between himself and the Minister of Transport as mandated by the President to deal with those issues? Even though they are not saying anything, we know that we've defeated the policy. But we will expect the Premier to be bold enough and say they are failing to dismantle the e-tolls.
All right, we'll leave it right there. Govan Whittles.